themselves out. Oh, here we go. First game. Here we go, boys. So here we go. Oh, we've got the delay. I will use the 30-second delay just to quickly say as well. The next match, which we think we should be having, should be Kira, who's rank 1, versus Crexis, who I believe is rank 3. That should be the case. Kira is like quite happy to sit out and let someone else have a go at Crexis, but we'll see what happens because I know practice. I think quite a lot of the top 5 brats against each other anyway. But we'll see what happens. Maybe someone else will kind of send me a message and reply, and they'll be up for a scrap. So, but either way, Kira and Crexis will be quite a entertaining match to see. So here we go. So they're doing top left versus bottom right, Monkey in the middle, Flayer's nod in the top left, and then Parappa's nod in the bottom right. Did I say Crexis's Flayer is GDI? I don't know now, but so let's see. Both of them move their MCVs ever so slightly forward. I'll double check if they select Monkey in the middle again, then we know they're doing reverse. I'm getting a Discord message. I have to look in a minute. So let's see. I'm super up for this. Standard kind of builds. Refinery's gone up already. I think Parappa's got his up a little bit quicker because he didn't have to drive for as long. That's quite interesting because there's not a mound in the way, but that's why you do the reverse. See, Refinery's up. Scout's going over the place. Got a bunch of minigunners behind the back of his base. Scout, obviously, must just be revealed in the shroud. Fog, whatever you want to call it. So, both going double refinery. Parappa's got one down here. I suppose it's safe to go to there if he needs it. Flamers, anti-scouts, as always. And of course, as always, if you're sitting there in the chat, and feel free to say hello and discuss the game or whatnot. If you see me miss something obvious, then definitely let me know. So, quite interesting because this map's quite interesting because all the money, the trees are in the middle. Obviously, if you didn't realise, in this it's just scouts being taken out, so it's okay. In this game, as you can see there, the regrower is there, but all the trees that are put in the Tiberian turn into the regrowers. I don't think there's really any case where there's regrowers from the start. And in this map, given the name has got in the middle, it's excuse me, they're only regrows in the centre from what I can tell. But given how uneven some of the maps are, I wouldn't be surprised. Oh look, there's that's in the centre. That's okay. So that's quite interesting. Let's see. So Flayer's looking very comfy. A couple buggies for Parappa's now, kind of driving all over the place, getting a good look. Got the paper factory over there. Triple refinery in the centre. It's quite interesting because of these mound of oil, Tiberium, sorry. It's not entirely even, is it? But quite interesting that hopefully they will remember to play the reverse. I'm gonna have to ping them afterwards to make sure they do. Oh god, bloody tickle throat now. So we got the recons coming out, or Humvees as people like to call them. I think the buggies are just kind of superior, but there is a medium tanks there. I think the recon was just used to scout around. Quad refinery now for Flayer. Parappa's got quad as well, and now he's crawling a bit further forward. Oh my god, my cough is just all of a sudden come out of nowhere. Of course, GDI obviously cannot match the speed of Nod buggies, so Flayer's kind of like holding down the centre as much as he can, and then he can have a, pick a fight on his terms. Got the attack buys coming in now for Parappa. Ooh, both got 0 money, I think just because they're spending it so quickly. A few grenaders. Probably just to kind of try and keep the war factory and Conyard. Very important. Conyard and war factory right next to each other. Easy to defend, also easier to stop engineers. Always handy. So having their first kind of little bit of a scrap. Of course, since Flayer's base is so kind of in like tight together, it does mean the medium tanks can actually drive across, shorter distances to stop any damage being done. Parappa's driving around the place at the moment. He has got kind of control of the entire map, and he is able to move quite quickly, making use of that nod speed. Got attack bikes that can threaten this harvester. Probably will. Oh, ouch. That looked painful. Sells the refinery because he's only got 3 harvesters anyway. No point keeping an additional refinery. Another barracks going down. So yeah, Parappa's economy is obviously ahead now. How many? He's got 5 refineries now. Flayer still only has 3. He's got dual war factory though. Yeah, doing it. He's going on the... Oh, here we go. Base trade time. Parappa can respond and go fight him, but yeah, he's going to have to. Took out a refinery, which does quite significant damage, but is it worth it? He's going to lose everything. Those flamers. Oh, ouch. That looks so painful. That was got to have been at least 6 or 7 grenaders. I heard something sell, but I'm not too sure what it was. Medium tanks are having to pull out now because there's a little bit too much. Turrets going down. Turret's so good for defending. So good. Also great for attacking when you base crawl towards your opponent. So yeah, Flayer's money's kind of bottomed out. Parappa hasn't sold his refinery, but he's starting to float a little bit. I think it just goes to show how much stronger his economy is at the moment. Oh, another harvester's going into the centre, going to get popped. The nod unit's been so quick. The flamers are coming out to take out the grenaders. Oh, it's looking so many units being killed. Parappa spreading out the flamers. Has he still got his conyard? No, he's still got his conyard. He sold one of his war factories. He's just got no money. He's not going to be able to build super fast. If you're new to the game and you're wondering why people buy multiple of the same production structures, so multiple barracks or multiple war factories, it's because it increases the build, or it decreases the build speed, sorry. And also definitely for not... Oh, yes. Paper factory. Oh, I didn't manage to sell it. That's got to be game. Parappa's all over him. And yeah, it's especially good for the airstrip, because when you finish building a unit from the airstrip as nod, it holds your build queue up. So if you have 2, then it builds 2 units, like not at once, but you can queue another one up afterwards and it can continue building. I don't think he sold that conyard either. He's got quite a bit of money, so I think it might have finished actually. I thought I saw the explosion, but maybe I'm wrong. Could be the harvester just got back. So now Flayer's in quite a tight situation, because now all he's got is a couple barracks. And Parappa's got full control. Flayer is going to be aggressive though. He's got engineer in there. It's looking very close. Spreading all the units out. Oh dear, he's got lots of miniguns, so he can challenge this. Because we might see obelisks. I assume we might also see flamers. Yeah, Parappa doesn't want to go in and take this on, because he knows it's going to be very costly for him. If you know he's got quite a few buggies, the bikes aren't going to do enough. Harvester's just going to start driving forward. Got a couple of flamers coming in. It's not too interesting. He's got plenty of turrets, so we can hold that off. Flair does have a few tanks, but these tanks are worth their weight in gold now. Yeah, there's the flamer. I mean, not sure if he needs it, but it's better to be safe than sorry. I think this is a pretty confident 1-0. Parappa did sell his MCV. He sold his MCV after he built the comm center. Yeah, there we go. I think that's going to be a good game. Unless Flayer's got something up his sleeve. He's selling off. That was a good game. That was a really good game. I really enjoyed that one. That was quite fun. I'm not too sure what Flayer could have done better there, really.
Control terminated.
That was oh man, he definitely needed more money. I think that refinery being destroyed at the start was devastating. Look at the money gap. Destroyed so many more units as well. Good game though. Are they going to do the reverse? I think they are. Good. I think. Let's double check. I hope they're going to do the reverse. The idea of the reverse is so that any imbalances in the map can't be argued as being the reason why they lost. I'm just going to quickly check Discord because I'm getting a few messages. There's love handles. But yeah, so as I was going to say earlier, the next match that I think we're going to be... I think the positions that I prefer on that map are bottom left versus top right. But the imbalance isn't too bad because it means now... Oh, they're going on to another map. Oh, well, doesn't matter. I was hoping to do the reverse, but we'll do that for the next one. Doing Red Sands instead. I didn't... Hey, DK. How's it going, dude? Yeah, he did move it quite far. I mean, I think he would have done better in that if he hadn't lost that refinery and then lost more stuff to the side. I think it would have worked out a lot better for him. But you saw in the economy at the end, That was the wrong emote, DK. You normally do you normally use another one before you say anything. These are the spots that I like. So it's bottom left versus top right. Parappa's deployed instantly. I'm surprised. Normally people kind of move a bit further down here, so you have easier access to both fields. But Flayer moves a bit further forward. I assume we're seeing Nod. Yeah, it was the Nod versus GDI. He could just Parappa could drive right side, pops, like have a little peek, run away again. Like, I liked Flayer's kind of compact base idea, but at the end of the day, Nod speed's just going to overrun him because I could just keep popping in and out either side. And yeah, I think as well, which damaged him the most is that he lost his war factory, didn't manage to sell it, and I think his Conyard got destroyed as well. Anyway, this is the here and now. Standard kind of builds. I think Flayer must be going for a war factory first. Parappa's gone triple refinery. Just balls out. Just triple refinery. Why the hell not? I am curious. It must be the war factory. Parappa, unless Flayer's got so much money. Parappa is kind of triple refinery. He's going to be getting his airstrip now. I wonder if that puts him in low power. I think he might just be alright, but it might put him in low power. So there's the war factory for Flayer. You and your bloody emotes. Oh dear. You want to play today, DK? You want to have a scrap with someone? I mean, Val's going to be playing at some point, so I assume that's going to be you anyway. Anyway, a few recons for Flayer. How was Parappa doing? Got his... Yeah, it's quite... Hi, Val! It's quite forward, isn't it? I feel like it wouldn't take too much to take it out. It's quite interesting because only just getting some buggies down. Flayer's going aggressive. There's a flamer there though. Ah, turret. Okay, now that's all that lost. But now I'm AFK. Sorry, come back, Val. Depends if she wins. It's like your alternate accounts, isn't it, DK? If they APC engineer you, then it's not you. But if they win, then it's me. So, Recon's running around the place. What else is he going for? It's quite... Red Sands is very open by those things. There is some choke point, so it does help. Still got that turret. Tree can see... So he's crawling down here, so he's going to secure that field. And what I found with Red Sands on this map is that everyone crawls to this field because of these choke points. Like, Command & Conquer Remaster and Bridges, sod that. Got his first medium tank out. Though the buggies are looking rather confident. I wonder if Parappa had actually got a good scout on Flayer's base. He's just driving straight in, zero respect. Driving straight past the tanks. Okay, I don't think he could see anything. He's got a full scout on the base now, knows exactly what's going on. Getting some bikes. He's seen the medium tanks, now he's getting the bikes. Standard kind of counter. Bikes are just so much better than light tanks, I think. Better, obviously tanks are better for crushing, because, well, they can actually crush. But the speed with bikes and the damage they do. The most disappointing thing that I realised is the fact that, I think DK said to me, that the same amount of money you spend on a mammoth tank and you spend it on bikes, the bikes win. And you're like, oh my god. And the bikes don't even lose. If you micro them properly, they're just like, you might lose one. So, Parappa's going to try and poke a little bit of damage on the barracks. But the medium tanks, again, it's just this clump of medium tanks. Goes up here and he's going to head back. Yeah, he's pulling back, okay. How many refineries? So there's 4 refineries now for Parappa. And only 3... Yeah, 3 for Flayer. So yeah, Parappa's being careful. He doesn't want to bite off more than he can chew. I feel like I would like them to change these so there's not these silly gaps and just kind of just get rid of the river. So it's easier to access this. Don't know what that would do to the map balance, but Flayer's actually going in the aggression now, and his money is actually looking a lot more healthy at the moment. It might just be that the harvesters are back. Decent amount of minigunners to soak up some of the damage. Random flamer does take a minigunner with him. He's getting recons now. He's pulling back. He clearly doesn't like what he's done. Maybe the turret and seeing the bikes has put him off. I'd assume that's probably something about why he's decided to not do that. So yeah, he's Flayer's managing to keep the bike buggy fairly thin. Kind of keeping Parappa honest. And Parappa's economy is just empty, but I assume any second now, yeah, all of his harvesters are heading back, so they do pick a fight, but they do pull back away again. And the recons are quick enough to keep up. Oh, that was a pathing, I think. The buggy just stopped. Ooh, Flayer's going on the aggression. And then as soon as he does, the bike buggies come straight up behind him. More turrets being placed. Parappa's economy is a lot more developed, that's just the thing, because he's got 4 refineries. I would check the count for Flayer, but he sells the turret before it gets destroyed, gets lots of minigunners out, anti-infantry. Those recons are just driving straight into that concave, that's not good. Is he going to be able to... He is. Parappa is trying to cut off this army. He might... No, he's made a mistake. He's instantly pulled out. Yeah, I'm not too sure how I felt about that. Still poking at the refinery. I mean, if Parappa doesn't fix that, you can see the economies of both of them are quite developed now. Still only 3 refineries and 3 harvesters for Flayer. He's probably got a 4th in the queue though. See, I thought that's what he was going to do. He knocks it down really low health and then lets the harvester go back, and that's a refinery and harvester dead. Nice. I thought that's what he was going to be doing, so that was quite nice. I like that. That was a good play. Although, it's going to be costly. He's managed to fight. He has got infantry out. And he's trying to suicide those into his units. It's quite close, and yeah, needs to bring those tanks up, or bring that one back, or he's just kind of letting it fire away. See, there's a lot of units for Parappa that have got a bit of damage on them, you know. Not low health, but you know, about half, which is going to help. He's got double barracks now, so he's just getting loads of grenaders up. Grenaders, kings of GDI. Of course, the speed for Parappa's just running around. His money's looking pretty low. He has gone all in as well. He has sold his Conyard, and I think, yeah, they've both gone all in now. They must have, that's why their money must have been so high. Oh, the paper factory manages to sell it though. At least gets the money back. That's going to help him out. See, Parappa's economy is looking pretty devastated. He's been doing more damage, but that's probably just a lot of infantry. And he's got 3 buggies with 0 health to take on, well, all of this. I think Flayer's going to have this one. There's a couple turrets sitting around. But if Flayer can just take out harvesters and stop Parappa from harvesting anymore, he's still got this safe field in his base, so lots of buggies. Oh, those turrets are so devastating. Oh, infantry. I see an APC. Was that an engineer? Was that an engineer? It's just, or is it a crush? Oh no. Oh, the crushes. I don't think I saw an engineer go into it, but those crushes were devastating. And now, oh, Parappa's transitioned into light tanks of his own. See, Parappa doesn't really want to kind of push in because he's got the assistance of the turrets. I think he's realising that he's got to go in because his economy is so damaged. Oh, that was not a good trade. The GDI infantry paying dividends. Needs to... Yeah, he's trying to make... Okay, I like it. He's trying to crush those ones, so we send these ones in instead. Sells for the turret, which is always good. It's always good if your building's about to get destroyed, sell it before it does, because you get a full amount of money back. Parappa's still managing to build light tanks, but he's still selling things off. But I don't think they're going to try and go for a crush again. Just needs to take out that light tank. Harvester has come back. See, yeah, I like that. I like that micro. Very good micro. The light tank's been told to crush, so he just runs around the rosy just to lead it elsewhere. Nearly got... I don't think... Yeah, Parappa doesn't... Oh, he does have a handed nod. He's got rocketry. Blimey. Lots of flamers. Flayer is managing to hold it together. You can see down here, he's finished this field and now his harvesters are going to the bottom right. They're both going to the bottom right. But that's an airstrip done, so I think Flayer can just for free take out these refineries. At this point, I think it's mostly just cleanup for Flayer. Setting that refining before it gets destroyed. No Apache. Yeah. There's that emote that I was waiting for. But yeah, oh, I haven't got my scoreboard on here. I probably should have put that on it. While this is going on, I'm going to quickly turn that on. I'll leave us here. So, yeah, I'm liking it. So if I just quickly change the scoreboard. Yeah, they weren't particularly great, were they? So if I just change this, so we've got Flayer. I'm going to call it and say that... I'm going to be bold and say that Flayer has this one and call it 1-1. Slowly focusing down the refinery. Needs to be careful though, he's got quite a few flamers coming through there. Oh, he's got loads more grenaders. He's desperately trying to save those tanks. I think that harvester bugged out. It went to a refinery, got destroyed. Managing to get the crush. There we go. There's a cell. Parappa's playing to the bitter end. I like it. That refinery is dead. Still, those grenades are quite spread out. There we go. Good game. That was really good. I really enjoyed that one as well. Let's have a look at what the end kind of thing looked like.
Control terminated.
Money looked pretty even. It was pretty even all round, really. I think it was just those, like you said, refinery placement. I like it. That was really good. I wonder what they're going to play next. Let's have a little looky. Oh, if I can spell. Taking its time. There we go. 4 corners. GDI win. GDI, GDI, GDI. Is GDI the new USA chant? GDI, GDI. I mean, I'm not surprised. I'd like to see them get a little bit of work done. Maybe for just the maps to make it a bit more GDI-centric. But yeah, thank you for everyone who's joining. I hope you're enjoying this. If you're enjoying it, please drop a follow. Always helpful. I'm hoping to do this more often and maybe even get some prizes as a kind of like sponsor. GDI wear masks. If not, then yeah. Oh dear. I don't quite know where to go from there. I'm not gonna lie. Oh dear. It's funny though. I've just realised that this isn't very central, and it's gonna bug me if it's not. So I'm gonna move it. I know the game started. Don't worry. There we go. That's better. Right. So 4 corners. Yeah. The spots for this: top, centre, bottom, kind of centre-ish right. So Flayer's going straight forward. I may be being bold, but I think we're going to see some grenaders. I mean, I might be wrong. Parappa's deployed basically where he started and is getting loads of scouts out, so he's seen this instantly. Grenaders starting to come out. It's taken a while, so I think it must be an airstrip. Refinery up front. Lots of mutually assured destruction when it comes to grenaders and flamers. That flamer's going after the harvester. Lots more flamers. Yeah, this has to be an airstrip. Has to be an airstrip. Lots of grenaders still coming out, blocking all the entrances. Very aggressive. Love it. Oof, lots of grenaders died there. Got the old, I can't remember if it's comm center or is it comm center? Okay, yeah, comm center. I can never remember. Lots of. I didn't quite never realised how much infantry comes out of that when you sell it. Got a power plant up front. I really hope this works. I really hope this works. I don't know how much of a scout Flayer's got. I can't see. I don't think anything got properly into Parappa's base. Down goes the advanced guard tower. That's going to be devastating. In this situation, APC engineers a really good shout. There's nothing stopping this. Like, even if there was a 3-second timer, I wonder if they got redeploy MCVs on. Sells it straight away. And now all Flayer can do is just all in infantry. He's got the advanced guard tower to kind of hold things off, and that harvester is going to get... Blimey. Going for the refinery. Yeah, because that harvester's going to dock, and now he can focus in and hopefully get them both. It's looking very, very close. I don't know if that engineer just walked all the way around and went straight in. That refinery's dead. And, oh man, that is painful. That is a lull. That is a lull. I don't think Parappa really knew how to deal with that. Look at the money that Flayer's got. I mean, he's got a refinery, he's got a barracks. It's over. Like, that advanced guard tower. This is obviously a very well thought out and very well practiced GDI versus Nod strat for this map. Because that worked perfectly. Another engineer. he's going to try it again. Or is that... Oh, that might be the engineer from his conyard, actually, thinking about it. I tell a lie, tell a lie. But yeah, that advanced guard tower is just going to wipe out literally everything that comes out. And he's got no money. He can't make literally any money now. So Flayer can just sit there, spam out as many grenades as he wants. Because that advanced guard tower is just going to hold him off. I think Parappa might be delaying the inevitable here. He beat Kira with it. Blimey. Really good strat. I hadn't seen that one before, so that's quite cool to see that. Couple tanks going for the harvester, so Parappa... There's nothing really stopping. I mean, Flayer's just going to go after the buggies. Might take out that harvester. If it goes into the refinery... Oh, he's bringing it close. He's got some rockets out. And just bringing it into the range of the advanced guard tower. I like it. Just a bit of a lull. I need to... I keep meaning to change the jukebox so it's all the hype music. As soon as they start getting close to the base, they then get pushed away. I mean, Flayer's got all the time in the world. He just needs to keep this harvester alive. As soon as it goes out, the light tanks come in. Yeah, he's going to go for the base. I'm just going for the structures. Buggies and flamers. Oof, they do get that refinery down, that harvester down really low. Grenade is slowly whittling down the units there. Oh, that was a good one. Oh, so was that. Yeah, now they can just kill him. One light tank left. Did he... Oh, the harvester got back in again. God damn it. He needs to come up with something. Oh, as soon as... Like, these units can just sit underneath the advanced guard tower. I think Parappa is just delaying the inevitable. And there we go. There goes that buggy. Did that light tank die? I think it did. There we go. Well played by Flayer. That was such... I love that strat. That was great.
Battle control terminated.
Yeah, I don't think we really need to see this. We know how... That's such a low amount of money. That was really entertaining. I really enjoyed that. See, so I don't know what they're going to play next. Let's go flip over here. I think they're just going to play through the entire map pool. I think. So I'm just going to change this. See if they sent any messages. Nah, that's alright. Just looking around. Let's see. It's nice seeing a good GDI player. GDI OP, yeah, 100% GDI OP. Let's have a quick drink. I've just realised that my music isn't playing at all. I think it's put a custom... what's it called on? Music playing. Add all. Apply. Maybe that's why I had no music. There we go. I think I was messing around with the jukebox and it didn't put any songs on it. Flayer. Frosted Hostilities. So if you don't recognise this map, it's because it is a custom map called Frosted Hostilities. I'm not going to say who it's by because I'm not 100% sure. It might be Love Handles, but I might be wrong. So I don't hold me to that and don't at me, bro. But it's quite an interesting map, and basically what I've seen most of the time is it's a case of let's all fight in the middle. Lots of Tib. quite a few choke points. It does make it easier for the GDI to defend. Fucking Zane, fuck off. Yes. Oh, okay, right, okay. I wasn't sure whose it was. I know Love Handles made quite a few of them. So there you go, Val knows. So here we go. Oh, 30 seconds. I get done by that 30 seconds every time. But yeah. I can't even pronounce that. Anchromatic. Anchromatic Whites map. So there's that. Get messaging. What's messaging Discord? So yeah. See which way round. I assume Parappa's going to be on the right. Called it. So obviously GDI on the left where we'll build a war factory and it comes out automatically like straight away. Parappa on the right as Nod because the airstrip is faster on the right hand side. I would have found it very funny if Flayer had made Parappa go on the left. It would have made me laugh. So here we go. It's been very interesting. So, it's very interesting because sometimes I see people crawl vertically, but most of the time you see them go forward. I'm pretty sure when Kira plays this map, he always moves his Conyard to the centre or like quite far forward, so you can just secure his side of his half of the map. Standard like hand of Nod out or barracks. Lots of scouts running all over the place. So lots of minigunners. The Flamer, anti-scout, yeah, anti-scouts from both entrances to stop your side from being scouted. Couple refineries, one on the main, one further up, and what's Flayer doing? Flayer's got double ref on his main, is what I would call the natural field. So when you spawn, this one is naturally next to you, and then you have to go find your next ones. Natural field and secondary, one that terms I picked up from Kane's Wrath. So a couple more flamers. Well, that's how I interpret it. Yeah, that's how I've always interpreted it. Natural field, because it's your main one. Or main field. How about main field? The argument can be made that this is the main field as well. But yeah, whatever. I always called it the natural one because it's right underneath you. What does natural field mean then? What's the actual meaning behind it? If you're not laughing, you're learning. Let's see, so airstrip, triple ref, and we've got just double ref for Flayer so far. And got the war factory. War factory, nice and defensible, because as everyone likes to call it, it is the paper factory. Nod sneeze it and it blows up, so lots of recons, quite a long, wide open map, so recon's definitely a good way to go, because medium tank's going to take so long to get across. Buggies, good scout, trying to kind of catch whatnot. First medium tank comes out. Yeah, literally the cardboard box. Is it the cardboard box now? I knew it was the paper factory. Has it evolved? Has it got more armor now? Like 2 more armor than it had before? You've updated it. Okay, cardboard box it is then. Okay, got you. Well, SCTD natural is generally referring to a safe place to expand to immediately. I don't know about KW. Oh, okay. Interesting. Well, from what I remember, this was freaking 10 years ago. I'll say in a minute, we're in between games. But yeah, lots of buggies coming out as standard buggy meta. A couple medium tanks though. It's somewhat working in GDS favour because it's a nice choke point, so he has to come through there if he wants to do any attacking. Lots of silos. Still just one airstrip, but then he's got no money, so he might as well. I'd like to see a few of these be sold, but he's obviously microing his buggies and bikes. Obviously, bikes. Ooh, comm centre. I like it. I will get very excited if we see a repair facility. I'm not going to lie, because that means mammoths. Just saying. Big old scrap. Advanced guard tower to put on one of the choke points, I assume. So it's quite. He's managed to deal. Flayer is managing to deal quite a significant bit of damage to all of these buggies and whatnot. As long as he can keep, like, somewhat forward. Oh, he's put a power plant down. No advanced guard tower, so I wonder if he queued something up. Instantly sells off that power plant because it got poked down. Conyard hasn't been sold. Got 1, 2, 3, 4 refineries versus 5. Although this natural field is being almost empty. So yeah, it's there's the advanced guard tower. So yeah, that looks a bit painful. Medium tank for a 1 bike and buggy. See, this is basically just locked this off now. This is just a choke point that Nod is never going to get through until they start getting some like proper damage dealing. Although maybe Parappa's quite happy with this because he's got his another field. This map's quite odd because there's no specific kind of expansion spots per se. Like, you don't have an obvious second field that you go to. Arguably maybe this one, but almost running out. So yeah. Ooh, flame tank coming in. Ouch! That hurt. That flame tank must have paid for itself. So the thing is, Parappa's got quite a bit of kind of map control. But whenever he goes towards Flayer just bullies him out. Down goes another advanced guard tower. Those advanced guard towers are devastating. The Nod units are so thin. Sure, Parappa, you've got lots of speed, but you're not going anywhere near his base because you're just going to get decimated. And I think for Flayer, it's just a case of slowly crawling forward. Parappa goes for a little pick. Does a little poke. Couple flame tanks, so yeah, they need to go back. They don't want to get caught by the medium tanks. See, every time Parappa goes in to deal some damage, the sheer bully force from the medium tanks just goes at them. Oh, obelisk. That hurt. That's going to even the score a little bit. But the thing is, Parappa can't go on the aggression. He's going on the aggression now. He's going to get punished for it. Yeah, he manages to slip away, so that's not so bad. I'll be wondering what Parappa's next choice would be. I mean, there's no anti-air for Flayer, but then he just goes to the advanced guard tower, so you know what it is. I think it's time for the rockets, boys. Another advanced guard tower. He's slowly cruising forward. Is he going to sell that one? Was he sold? Was that his cognac? I was there. That was probably a refinery. That's what it was. I think we need some of the long-range artilleries. Maybe not artilleries, but the I can't remember what they're called now. Oh, speak of the devil, there he is. I don't know if Flayer's gonna have got any queued up. Yeah, he's still got medium tanks. Problem is, I think they're quite slow. Oh, that hurt. That was a lot of infantry. That's been quite aggressive, though. Yeah, that's gonna get. Oh, it gets away. Starts going for it. Oh, bloody mess. The medium tanks have got a lot more armor. Yeah, the bike's having to leave. Yeah, that needs to. You need to get out of there, boy. You need to run. Yeah, that army is so low. Like, the medium tanks, although they did pop quite quickly, look at the serious amount. They lost so many bikes. Oh, he's upgraded to light tanks now, so that's probably better. I think he realises his speed isn't getting him any advantages. So he's like, well, I've got to go for my armour as well. Which I feel like almost works in Flayer's favour anyway, because it means he doesn't have to worry about trying to keep up with the light vehicles just driving really quickly all over the place. A slow, sluggish fight is kind of exactly what GDI want, really. Couple flame tanks trying to go in. They're not really doing too much. They're not going for the refinery. They do manage to get it down, though. So much armour on them. Down here we've got another fight, and I feel like... I think Flayer does have the advantage, but it all depends how much damage Parappa can do up the top. He's bringing in more units. He does manage to take out that flame tank, but it cost him a lot down here. He lost his entire army. And look, Flayer's still got so many medium tanks because he's just pumping them. Has he got a second war factory? Yeah, he's got double war factory. I assumed he did. Double cardboard box even. But lots of light tanks. Got a long line of turrets there, and obelisk as a last resort. I think, yeah. Flayer's going aggressive, going after some tanks. I feel like medium tanks a little bit bold. Kind of went a bit too far forward. Now it's a battle of attrition. We've got light tanks, medium tanks versus and turrets and guard towers. Lots of scrapping. I like the SSM launcher though. They survived by the skin of their teeth. And I think there's so many medium tanks for Flayer now. I don't think he really wants to go into this though. It's going to cost him. There's a couple SSM launchers now. Takes a pot shot at a harvester. Is that a harvester? Oh yeah. If he can secure this and go for that. I mean, he can't get through that now. I think that was a harvester pathing into him. That's a shame. SSM launchers. Ah, I see. Now Flayer's decided I thought he was going to go secure this, but the base is wide open. Yeah, those static defenses, sure, they keep that safe, but they don't keep your base safe. Instantly sells the MCV. There's no point keeping it. He knows he's lost it. Keeping this nice big block of medium tanks. He's got an advanced guard tower there. It's dying, but it's going to take forever to kill it. Oh, see, a nice big slogfest. Managed to hold off. Parappa is getting some more light tanks together, but it's the question of how much is he going to lose. If these medium tanks turn around and do engage, is he going to regroup? Grab all of them, please. He's got even more coming in. He's got more medium tanks than Parappa has in light tanks just in general, so they just outnumber them anyway. Oof. One volley knocks that light tank almost into death. Airstrip gets sold. And now I think Parappa's kind of a little bit... He's got... How many harvesters? He's got 2 harvesters up there. I think he's lost loads. Yeah, now Flayer's just going on the aggression. Those light tanks get popped so quickly by this... How many has he got? He's got nearly about 10, so he's got about 7 or 8, but he did have quite a lot more of them. Oh, these harvesters are pathing to the only tip they can get to. I mean, he's engaging, but it's not going to cost... He's just lost his entire army. He sold a bunch of those turrets. I don't think they got destroyed. I think they did get sold. And yeah, I think he's just sold. Oh, he sold... Oh, he's just sold for the money. Okay, I thought he was selling up, but no. Problem is, he hasn't got any units to stop. All these harvesters just died. He's still got 3, so he's not in a terrible situation. And Flayer's money is looking a little bit lower. But he is able to long distance mine to here. I think this is Flayer's. My game's kind of jumping all over the place. I'm not too sure why. Obelisk having pot shots at the harvesters. Those harvesters need to go south. Although they are dragging the Obelisk fire away from them, so that's not terrible. That's not a bad idea. That medium tank's getting a little bit bold. Medium tanks now is going to go wipe up this side of the base. This kind of thing is jumping all over the place. I don't know how it looks on your end. I hope it's not FPS dropping for you guys. Maybe it's just my connection to the game. Another SSM launcher. Oh, that's going to be... Those SSM launchers don't deal enough damage. I mean, those... Yeah, those... This is kind of just game. It's just waiting for Parappa to decide he's had enough. Four medium tanks. I don't think they'd really be able to take out that Obelisk with the light tank support. I think Parappa's trying to save a lot of his base. Those harvesters are trying to find some... There's no money left. It's like, you think of how much money was on this map at the start, and it's all gone. Can't wait for the GDI nerfs next patch. And there we go. Good game. That was such an amazing game. That was so fun to watch. How did it look at the end?
Terminated.
Money is similar. I would be if Hall of Fame or replays of the week or anything like that was still like able to do, I would 100% be voting that one as like one of the like a good replay. But yeah, like, oh my god, look at that. Look at the money, so close. But then look at the unit done as well. That's such a massive amount of damage done. This song sounds very patriotic. I don't think I've actually come across this one yet. Oh, there we go. Now I hear it. But yeah, who do you reckon? Do you reckon Parappa's going to get a bit more dignity, get his second game on the board, so it's only 3-2, or do you think Flayer's going to take GDI to an overwhelming victory? There you go, Kira. Left first is right. So, let me say that again. Parappa in the bottom left as Nod, and then Flayer in the top right as GDI, both moving their conyards forward. Parappa as Nod is on the left as well. So that's, I don't know if that's going to influence it too much, but... Barracks up front, grenaders. Apache helicopters. Not yet. Haven't seen any just yet. So we've got all the standard kind of anti-scouts and whatnot. Parappa's got a more safe refinery, whereas Flayers is up front. More than likely going to do base crawl and then start threatening with, I assume, advanced guard towers. I wouldn't be surprised if he does that. Parappa, if I see an APC engineer, I'm not inviting you back. You've been warned. So yeah, safe refinery now. Got the one offensive up front. Then yeah, that one's over there. This is certainly curious. Got a infantry, a minigunner dying in the Tiberium there. Lots of kind of scouts just kind of scattered all over the place. Double refinery. Oh, it's going to be airstrip and not refinery. What's it called? War factory. That's the word I'm looking for. Cardboard box. Sorry. Infantry attacking each other. Flamer tries to get up next to the Grenadier, so it's both wipe each other out. Airstrip up, and yet War Factory's up now. So yeah, kind of a little bit of just kind of scouting going on right now. Both are kind of securing their kind of fields that they've got near them. More scouts kind of killing each other. Those are very aggressive Grenadiers from Flayer. Couple of recons going out. There we go. Got an attack helicopter finally. All those Grenadiers are just getting wiped out. A few recons coming out. Oh, and Orcas. Blimey, here we go. You wanted air units, we've got air units. Orcas struggling to fire onto the buggy, so instead they're going to go after the attack helicopter. Lots of recons coming out. Orcas doing significant damage. Conyard cell. There's a SAM site. I like it. I like it. Buggies going in. They're gonna get. Okay, the Orcas just moved to safety, and the recons chase after them. The engineer is damn, targeted straight away. Parappa's economy's looking a lot more. Oh, he just sold his Conyard. That's why. That's why his economy looks better. Lots of recons for Flayer. Being quite aggressive. Got a few buggies to deal with the recons, and I assume pretty sure they can hit Orcas. I think that attack helicopter landed briefly, and he got punished for it. I think he did take damage from the Orcas, but lots of recons getting aggressive. Engineer, I'd like to see the engineer. I suppose anywhere he goes, he's going to get scouted. Not sure he can really go anywhere without being spotted. So, man, this looks like Flayer's game. Right up in his business. The Orcas are going to come in any second. Yeah, there's one there. Can I drive around? The attack helicopter is doing some damage. He's got a bunch of buggies sitting there though, not really doing too much, while all of his bikes get destroyed. So I feel like he needed to select all and just send them in. Recons are taking quite a bit of damage. They're all really low. Orcas coming in to kind of even the trade a bit more. Oh my god, they're just, the Orcas just wiping out the buggies. Another bike coming in. I mean, Parappa has managed to hold this up, and he does that. He has so much money. Flayer, did you lose a no, the harvester's behind the mini-map. I mean, Parappa's looking very flush at the moment. I think his harvester's got back at the same time, so it's going to be a while before he can build anything else. Got the getting bikes out, got a kind of mixture of infantry, got minigunners and flamers. I don't think he's got rockets, I think they're just rockets actually. Lots of recons for Flayer again. Got the speed to try and keep up with Parappa's quick nod units, although he's mainly focusing on infantry. He's got a bike. Oh, he's got 3 buggies and a bike. I think it might end up being a case of whoever blinks first. The Orca comes in and does have a poke, but I think the bike scared it off. Can we I'm very curious to see. Where's that other? Oh, it's up there. Okay, so that, of course, pathing. Oh, you might have sent it up there on purpose, but Parappa gonna feel him out, and the Flayer just goes straight in. Has a scrap, focusing down the bike. Orca's, taking out the bikes so the Orca can roam free. He must have lost one because he only got one left. This is hurting quite a bit. Decent amount of infantry there. Got a few rockets which are, you know, I don't think they're particularly strong, but they do damage. Cardboard box takes 2 attack bike missiles and it loses about a fifth of its HP. The attack helicopter comes in, but it's going to get... Is it going to get... No, it does get that. Oh, and the war factory blows up as well. That's a real shame. So close to setting it off. He's got a decent amount of recons, though, and Parappa... He's getting some bikes, but there's quite a few of the recons. He's managing to kind of poke at the bikes and does manage to pop one here and there. Folk going back to buggies now. Still got that Orca. If you can keep it alive, it'll really help out with the buggies, since he's trying to change it back over to the buggies. Oh, he's only got 2. Very close. It's still hard to pick it. I think one mistake either side, and it's obviously going to be just done. Those bikes getting a little bit greedy. Trying to keep the army kind of all grouped up. Lots of grenaders. Grenades need to be careful though, because you don't want to explode and take out all your guys. It's very, very difficult. He's got no war factory now. And then comes the APC. Just gonna... Yeah, okay, I was supposed to say, please crush some units. I assume that's why he bought it. Yeah. It takes loads of the fire while the units can deal all the damage. He can just sit on the barracks now. Has he got enough? Has he got any rockets left to take out the Orca? Oh, yes, dead. He's got bikes, so that's fine. Now we can just focus. Good game. Close. Very close. So that's a 3-2. I mean, obviously, Flayer still won, but that was a nice kind of way for Parappa to end it and to even up the score a bit more. So I like that. That was good. Very much enjoyed that game.